Right, so hey guys, it is me, 80 guys. You guys, I'm going to talk to you guys about Lionel Messi not staying in FC Barcelona. Of course, I had to do this video, guys, whether I'm on vacation or not. I have to do it, and yes, I understand. I'm very, very late to this. Obviously, the news was revealed yesterday, guys, around like 2 p.m. my time or like whatever. So, I have to make arrangements. Obviously, I had plans to do, and obviously, I recorded the League One predictions. If you guys can check that out right now, which that's the last video. And this is a devastating news. This is devastating. Because we all know that Lionel Messi is arguably one of the greatest players we have seen in this current generation. I don't want to talk about of all time because that's a very difficult conversation to have. But he's definitely one of the best players Barcelona's ever had. And he's probably the best player Barcelona's ever produced in their history. And I'm going to go read the statement out here right now. So I'll be reading the first sentence for you guys. So despite FC Barcelona and Lionel Messi having reached an agreement and the clear intention of both parties to sign a new contract today, this cannot happen because of Spanish La Liga regulations on player registration. So let me go and explain all of this for those that are unaware. So basically, Messi in 2017 did a contract extension for 4 years until 2021. All right. And basically, 2021 came around. So, last year in 2020, he wanted to leave the club because he felt as though that Barcelona was just not he just needed a new challenge, and obviously we know what happened. Bartomeu ended up forcing him to stay. He stayed against his will, and basically Messi was playing. You know what? I'll just stick it out. I'll stay and let's see what happens. And with John Laporta here, he's now been more encouraged. He likes the sporting project, and now this time around he wants to renew his contract. However, unfortunately, because of the fact that Copa America was taking place early this year, he wasn't able to get that whole registration in, and so that they basically were going to sign. Basically, he was going to become a Barcelona player after the Copa America. The problem is, he's going to he would be a free agent, and obviously became a free agent. And the Barcelona now is looking to re-sign him. And the problem is, Javier Tebas specifically told Barcelona, I think, that in order to register your new signings, you'd have to reduce that wage bill by at least 200 million. Okay, and in that sense, because technically Messi would be a new signing technically, and obviously that wasn't been able to met. Obviously we still have the high wage players. You got Umtiti, Coutinho, Griezmann. These players are earning high wages. None of these players have departed, which has made it difficult for Messi to stay at. And I just think looking at this stuff right now, I'm looking at this so sad indeed that Messi has given so much for this club. And it's almost very sad to say because you look at this year and last year in particular. Last year he stayed against his will. Now he is leaving against his will, and Javier Tebas, and there was potential talks that Barcelona could join this whole CRVC program, which would give Barcelona 270 million in the short term, and then they would eventually have to pay it off. But the problem is with that kind of investment, you're not really controlling what you want. You're letting something control you. And John Laporta specifically stated in his press conference today that the club is bigger than any player. The club is bigger than any of the players, even the greatest player of all time, which is Lionel Messi, supposedly. And as I said before, guys, it is heartbreaking. And we all have to accept that Messi was going to retire at one point, and that's not the part I'm most mad at. It's just the sad part is that Messi will play for another team. That's the sad part about this, and that there's a lot of rumors stating that Messi will join Paris Saint-Germain to link up with Neymar, Kylian Mbappe, and Di Maria, Draxler, Paredes, all the etc. players. And PSG can now finally maybe achieve that dream of winning the Champions League, not to mention Ramos as well, which would be pretty interesting. It'll be really interesting, that superstar team, But back to Barcelona, it's going to be disappointing because you look at the psychologically, right? Because as I said before, guys, now with Messi leaving, we now have to have a new captain. Busquets would technically be the vice captain, I think. And I just think that is going to be difficult for the players to overcome, and especially the short term as well. You look at on the pitch, you look at how many goals Messi has scored for us in this entire record. He's been amazing, and I just think for me that it's going to be difficult for anyone to replace him. Like, there's no one in the world that can replace Messi. Let me just get that out straight. No one in this world can replace Messi. We can only do more as a team. And I honestly believe for me that this will be interesting because now it finally forces Barcelona to readapt. In so many years Messi has been carrying this team. He's been here for 21 years at Barcelona, guys. He's been here since he was 13 years old. He's done everything for Barcelona. And now at 34 years old, he is set to leave for Paris Saint-Germain. I wish him the best of luck at Paris Saint-Germain, and let's see how he does at the French league, And as for Barcelona, man, and this is going to be a huge loss not only for Barca, but you look at the entire league as well, because like I said before, guys, there is no big superstar in the league. The best player from La Liga right now is probably Benzema. And we all know what Benzema's done internationally wise. He's not had the best, and maybe you could say Griezmann's second. These players are nowhere near close to what Messi, Ronaldo has done and the incredible levels. Both these players were at La Liga at one point, and now they're looking to leave. And I just feel like for me, this is devastating. I'm devastated as a Kool-Aid fan, and I'm devastated. When I saw the news yesterday, guys, I was very, very sad. I'm like, I am still sad to this point, and there's still a sliver of hope inside me that this isn't real and that Messi will eventually resign. But with the way things are panning, it's looking very, very unlikely. Very, very unlikely that's going to happen. And I believe that Messi will probably leave. And to be honest with you guys, I think we have to move on, guys. And I know Messi is a tremendous player. He's a great player indeed. And let me just get this FYI, guys. I will still be supporting Barcelona even when he leaves, guys, because like I said before, guys, I'm going to stay with this club. I've stayed with this club for a long time. It doesn't make sense if I just switch clubs all of a sudden. I will still watch. I'll watch whatever team Messi plays again. If he plays PSG, I'll occasionally watch some PSG games. But my club will still be my heart will still be with Barcelona. I can't switch teams. And that's the sad part about club football is that no player is truly. We don't see many players that are that loyal to their teams nowadays. The only players I can think of are Francisco Totti, Steven Gerrard, and obviously Lionel Messi. And, now, unfortunately, in club football, there's no sense of loyalty, So, as I said before, guys, it's devastating. I'm devastated as a fan. I'm hoping that we could do something about this, as I said before, guys, it's going to be very, very heartbreaking. And as I said before, who's going to be wearing the number 10 jersey? Because as I said before, guys, none of the players of this team deserve to wear that number 10 jersey. None of them have even earned the status. And unfortunately, someone will have to replace. And whoever does replace, they're going to have an enormous amount of pressure on their back. The only player that I think that can come to my mind that makes about most sense right now is about Aguero. But even still, it's a bit skeptical because, as I said before, guys, I don't really feel comfortable Aguero getting the number 10. But as I said before, I think he is currently in the best position of all the players right now. So, as I said before, guys, it's very heartbreaking, very, very exciting. You guys can see the raw emotions on my face. I am devastated, man, and it's devastating, and I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw the news, guys, and I'm still heartbroken, guys, and it's crazy to me that his final game at Barcelona was a defeat to Celta Vigo at the Camp Nou. Like, how sad is that? Your final game for Barcelona is that, and as I said before, guys, the registration window doesn't end until September 2nd, so there is still a possibility, but as I said before, guys, it's very, very slim, very, very unlikely indeed, and I'm very, very disappointed. I'm very, very deeply in pain right now, and the person that we have to blame the most for all of this is Jose Maria Bartomeu. He is the one that screwed up this club financially wise. He's the one that destroyed the club's inherent financial structure, and because of him, he is now leaving it. So for those people that are blaming John Laporta, you guys are not great. You guys are disgraced. John Laporta tried everything he could to save Messi. He did everything he could, but he just wasn't able to do so. And so you can't really blame John Laporta here, And as I said before, guys, which one is better in the long term? Picking the team or picking the player? I would always pick the team. The team always comes first, regardless of how good you are as a player. Because as I said before, guys, while Messi would be really, really good for us, obviously, we need to focus on the team. The team always comes first. And John Laporta tried everything he could. He did everything he could. And I honestly believe for me, it's devastated, And so let's see what happens next season, guys, this current season. I said before, guys, it's going to be very, very interesting how the season pans out. I, for one, I'm going to keep my expectations very, very low indeed. And you guys should as well. So, maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Maybe the players will now become better. Maybe Griezmann and Coutinho can finally be the players that they want to be. Maybe Ansu Fati can have that new license of freedom. And as I said before, guys, it's devastating, And I want you guys to let me know in the comments here below whether you guys think Messi will go to PSG or not, and how devastated you guys are as a Kool-Aid. Because if you guys are a true football fan, if you guys are Kool-Aids here, you guys will understand the feeling of this. If you're not a Kool-Aid, you'll probably not get the feeling. But even if you're not a Kool-Aid, I think it is still devastating to hear that Messi going to another team. Because, as I said before, guys, it's so sad to see that Messi was almost a one club man, and that's what I really wanted him to become. So as I said before, guys, though I think for him personally, I think going to PSG is in a much better position. I think PSG are in a much better position to win the Champions League than Barcelona. So I can't really fault him in that. And I honestly believe for me, Messi is kind of the player that deserves a great ending to his club career. Because if you look at what Barcelona is right, I don't think we would be in a great position with Champions League. Like the only thing I could see is realistically winning is like the Copa del Rey, and that's really about it. And maybe the Super Copa, but La Liga is kind of iffy right now, and obviously we know the Champions League is definitely not going to happen. So I want you guys to comment down below, guys. Remember, guys, to comment, subscribe, check out my description below for my Twitter, Discord, and my email, and I'll see you guys there. Peace out.